Welcome to the Mommy Therapist. They're ready for you.
I'm Kristi.
And I'm Sasha.
And we are moms who are also therapists to moms.
And we are passionate about supporting all moms through motherhood transitions, challenges, and beyond.
And we're so happy that you're here today. This is episode 5.
Hi.
Hi, friend. Hi, friend. They don't know this, but it's been like 2 weeks since I
so
see you.
long. Way too long.
I know. It's funny because it used to be like a while between seeing you, and now that we're doing this project, I like need you.
I know, like I see you twice a week, it seems like, and now it's 2 weeks is not fun. Well, we were texting the whole time.
We were, and I feel like we didn't see each other for some very good reasons.
Yes,
that we'll go into later.
Yes,
going on adventures and
so many adventures.
Yeah.
I wish I had time to tell all of the adventures, but it's okay.
Yeah,
we'll do basic.
We'll do basics here, but more later.
Yes,
offline.
Yes, be good.
Yeah, but I'm excited to hear about everything. I feel like there's been a lot that's happened.
There's been a lot that's happened, at least for me.
Yeah, some good and some hard. Right?
Yeah. So do you want me to just?
Yeah, let's go into check-in. So give us your MEPS check-in, my dear.
So mentally, I'm just. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to separate some things right now because today has been really remarkable for me, and I'll get to that later when I get to the socially part. But mentally, I'm just thinking about how happy I am to be in this place in my life right now, where I can just enjoy my children and I can enjoy my husband and I can do what I need to do to be productive. Derek and I were talking about fun things that we want to do, to like building me a bookshelf. He's going to build me a custom bookshelf.
Wait, so if you have enough space in your life to like dream,
right?
This means we're stable.
This is a good thing in my world, right?
Oh, you're living your best life, Sasha.
I know. We're just like chatting about fun things that we can do later and trips that we can go on and just like, it's just been
just like dreaming and planning.
Yeah.
What a great place.
Emotionally, I'm both excited for all of those great things that are happening, but I also I had to put my dog down very suddenly.
Yeah.
It was hard. She was 13 and a half.
Wow. So she did live a good life.
She lived a very good life. P has only known her in her life. We got her when P was 5 months old.
Wow.
And so
it was her lifetime.
It was
bestie.
Yeah. And all of the kids, they just loved her, and like she was supposed to be my dog. And she was Derek's dog.
It never happens that way, right?
No, she was Derek's dog. So it was harder, I think, for him. But I think he emotionally just like he's known for a while that it was going to happen. But it was just very quick. And I was like, I can't go on this trip knowing she's suffering. We have to just get this done. And it was very emotional and hard. But I had a really interesting parenting moment with Jay.
Okay.
The
Jay's
day
4?
She's 5.
5. Okay.
She, afterwards, so most of the kids opted to not be home. We did it at home. And most of them opted to not be home. P stayed, and she was there the whole time. And I was so like proud of her for just being there and letting herself feel her feels and do all of that. And then afterwards, we were all like, okay, what do we all need? What do we need right now? P and Jay wanted to go out, so we went out to lunch. And then we went and bought stuff because P wanted to make another cheesecake because she didn't feel like she liked the first one that we made.
Okay.
So we made another cheesecake, and Derek stayed home with the other two. And but while we were at the grocery store getting the stuff to make cheesecake, Jay was just kind of losing it, like
sobbing.
No, just kind of being naughty, just all over. And I was like, what is happening? And I finally looked at her. I was like, honey, are you angry? And she's like, yeah, I'm angry. And I'm like, what are you angry about? She's like, I'm angry. Coda left us. And I was like, oh, yeah. I was like, okay. That's amazing. I know, right? And I was so proud of her for being able to identify that.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, let's go home and we'll talk to Dad, and Dad will help you feel a way to feel your anger.
Yeah. That's such an important part of grief. And I wonder if our kiddos get there first because it's maybe more protective than just feeling sad.
Yeah, I don't know. But it's
interesting.
And so Derek picked up a pillow.
Yeah.
And he said, hit it, girl. And she went at it for like a good 2 minutes. And then suddenly she was laughing. And then she looked at Derek and she goes, I think I'm okay now. And I was like,
wow.
it just felt like such a proud mama moment, but also like so proud of, like, it's so hard for us to identify our emotions anyway, but then to be like, this is what I need and this is what I'm feeling at 5, it just was really cool. And we've had several very touching moments.
Grief.
Yeah.
It's so hard when you're going through it yourself.
Yeah.
Like, and I hope you're not putting yours on a shelf to be there for them. You're also letting it out.
I mean,
How are you letting it out?
So I told my best friend, he's like, I know you need to be there for your kids right now, but like, you also need to feel it. And I was like, I will when they're settled. When I feel like they're settled, that was my whole fawning response, right? I needed to make sure my kids were okay, and then I could let it out, and I did. The fact that they weren't home when she went, and then I felt like Derek had pee, I was okay to just let myself feel my stuff, and I have been. So it's good, and it comes and goes, and it's hard when we come home and she's not barking at us and all of that. But yeah. We miss her. We're going to miss her.
That's a hard adjustment.
It was hard. But but also happy about where we are in life right now. You know, it's again, that dialectical feeling is sometimes really hard to navigate and sometimes can make us feel guilty. And I think we need to just let ourselves feel the hard stuff along with the good stuff.
Yeah, I think with loss, it's such a double-sided coin, a little bit of like, this is horrible and awful and I would never pick this. And there's probably some relief that our loved one's not suffering. Or some of the tasks. I don't like, you know, we a couple of years ago had to put down a pet and it was heartbreaking. And there were also parts of it that were relieving, you know, and I think there's guilt in that, like, I don't have to deal with all of this now and I don't have to worry about that. Yeah. But I don't think that takes away from how important or loved that little creature is.
We giggle about how annoying her barking was, and then you know, anytime she was a border collie mix, right? So she would herd the children. So if we called them and she was barking and getting them, if we went for a walk with the kids and they were ahead, she was trying to go get them. We would call them to come inside and she would circle them literally until they came inside.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah. So now if we like call the kids in the house and there's no barking, we're like,
oh yeah,
what's happening?
Yeah.
That's
an adjustment.
It is. It's weird.
For sharing.
Thank you. Physically, goodness, I don't think I have any ailments right now. That's interesting.
Wonderful.
I know. I don't even have my feet were killing me after 14 hours in Disneyland. But my ankles are finally good now. I spent like a half an hour soaking them in the tub because they were so
painful.
I'm too old for this nonsense, except I'll do it again.
I thought the exact same thing multiple times. Like, I got older since the last time I was here.
Why am I doing
My body feels older.
Yes. Socially, I went out to lunch with a friend yesterday. We decided we're going to do it every other Friday with our youngest children because they hit it off really well. They've never met before. And so they were having such a good time. And so she and I were able to just sit and chat, and that was great. But then just before I came here, I met up with friends that I literally see them like once a year and a half. So the last time we got lunch or dinner or whatever was a year and a half ago.
Okay. These are friends from your past?
Yes.
Okay.
So, yeah. And I was thinking about you and the friend that you had from the past.
Yes.
It's so much fun when you can like just get together with someone after so long and it's like nothing has changed.
Right.
And we're
just pick right up.
We just pick right up around like, oh, what's going on with this and what's going on with that? But we're sitting there, the three of us, and all of a sudden somebody comes and sits down next to me in the booth. And I look over. And it's a fourth friend that moved away 7 years ago. And I have not seen her in person for 7 years.
Oh, my word.
That was also a part of this little foursome. Yeah. And I just started crying. And I like hugged her. And I didn't know she was in town. I didn't know she was coming. One of the girls orchestrated this whole thing and kept it a secret. And I was just like, me and the other one that didn't know were just sobbing. Like, I can't believe you're here. How come you? She's like, yeah, I've been here for like 4 months. I've been living here. I'm like, you didn't say anything? I was so mad.
Oh, well, that's different
I
than
was
like
mad.
flying in yesterday. She's here
Right.
for 4 months.
She's been here for 4 months.
That feels like betrayal.
I know. She's like, I know, right? Well, and she's been here so like, let's see, she's about 2 hours away.
Okay.
So it's not an easy
I see.
drive.
Okay, yeah.
And maybe probably didn't want to like, she's a single mom too. So it's hard, you know. I get like, it's hard to connect with your friends, you know? And so we all talked about it. We're like, okay, we're making a standing every at least 2 months date. We're going to get together. We're going to hang out. We're going to have a group text so that we can commit to texting each other if we need support, whether that's like emotional support. Because I found out that one of them had surgery.
Oh my.
And her partner had also had surgery the same week, and she was struggling with all this stuff. And I'm like, girl, I'm 20 minutes away from you, and I have a flexible schedule. I totally could have come and helped with the kids. I could have done like taken you to the
Something, right.
doctor because this was. I mean, that's wild. Why are we not reaching out to each other?
That's a good question for everybody.
Right?
Hey, friend who's listening. Are you reaching out when you need help?
Because I know it's always hard to like accept help from others.
But it feels so good to be the one helping, right?
Does. And if I can, and that's the thing, that's what we all committed to, is that we will say if we do not have the capacity, we will tell each other, and we don't have to feel guilty about asking. Like that was the biggest thing that we committed to.
That's so beautiful.
It was wonderful.
That's what I feel like every woman needs this little village of people you can trust and count on and know that they're not going to burn themselves out to take care of you, but they will show up if they can, right?
And also to trust each other that we're going to say so if we can't, and that's okay.
Yeah,
on all of our parts, you know.
Yeah.
So there's that. Yeah, it was a very special day. And then self-care, self-compassion. I took a really hot bath the other day. I'm reading again. I'm not avoiding my book.
Great.
And I like them now. I like them now.
You like them now?
I got mad at the book for a minute.
Oh.
Got mad at the book.
The author, the characters, just the book itself?
Obviously the author, because she wrote them. But yeah. So I got a little mad at the book, and I stopped reading for a minute, but then I started reading again, and then poor Derek had to hear me going off about the whole thing. He's like, I have no idea what you're talking about, but okay, you're happy, so
yes, good.
We're good.
Yeah. And you soaked your ankles when you were in pain.
I soaked my ankles while I was in pain. Yes, all of those things.
Love it.
Yeah,
good.
Yeah. How about you, babes?
Okay. Mentally, I am, of course, in my tasks of the day and tomorrow. We're doing a girls' day with my daughter tomorrow. It's her half birthday, but really, she was feeling a little bit left out because I went on a trip with my oldest, for his 11th birthday this past week. And I wanted her to also have something to look forward to. So we planned a girls' day tomorrow. So I'm like orchestrating that. We're going to have brunch with her best friend and her mom.
Fun.
And then my daughter asked if we could get our nails done. So we have an appointment to get our nails done. And then we're going to go to a cat cafe here in Salt Lake called Tinker's Cat Cafe.
I want to go to that so bad.
I'm so excited. You have to make a reservation.
Okay.
There's only 12 seats in the cafe. I think they don't want to overwhelm the little kitty cats.
Yeah, right.
And it's for an hour, and you can go have treats and drinks and let the cats like approach you. And I think they're all adoptable. And I've never been, but I'm so excited. And my daughter and I are such cat people. So I'm really looking forward to that. So my brain's like, did I do everything? Did we have everything? What do I need to do with I have some chores I need to do. Have I done the laundry? Because that's going to be like multiple hours tomorrow.
I love that.
So
do you remember when we went to that high tea?
Yes.
At the hotel. That was so
the Grand
much fun.
America Hotel.
Yeah, and I brought C because one of our friends couldn't make it. That was so much fun.
Yeah. I try because I have 2 sons and 1 daughter, and I will admit I'm a boy mom. Like I grew up with all brothers. My mom is pretty, like she was a tomboy growing up. So she wasn't into super girly stuff either. So I wasn't raised with super girly stuff, and I had all brothers, and I was convinced I was going to have all boys. Yeah. And now I have a daughter, and I really have to like intentionally do girly things with her because she is very girly. Like she wears high heels as much as she can.
Oh, goodness.
She's always into, she's 7, but she likes pretend makeup, and she likes curling her hair, and she would
send
wear
her to Aunt Sasha's house.
Sticker earrings and all the things, And so I'm trying really hard to be intentionally like leaning into her feminine energy and like doing girl mom stuff.
You know what's funny to me about that is like you're probably one of the most like feminine moms that I know. Like
Really?
Yes. Like I always thought that about you. Like I would thought,
Really?
okay, Kristi's kind of intimidating with this like feminine physique.
You keep doing this hair thing. Is it my because I have my curled hair?
Maybe I don't know.
Is my hair feminine?
My hand. I don't know. There was just always this like
That's funny.
cute little bubbly girly thing about you.
Yeah, it's the
I've
Hufflepuff.
noticed.
It's the Hufflepuff in me.
It's the friendly fun.
Yeah, but like
Yeah.
I don't wear a lot of makeup. Like
Yeah.
I'm not a glam type girl that way. I do not wear uncomfortable shoes if I can help it.
no.
You know, like I'm not like it's
No.
beauty is worth this. Like no, I'm good.
No.
But yeah, it's fun leaning into that girl stuff with her.
Yeah.
And my best friend, who I call my sister, she's a lot more feminine than I am. She like makes jewelry and she's a goddess.
Yeah.
And my daughter reminds me a lot of her. And so I get them a lot. I get them together a lot. And she's going to come to the cat cafe with us.
Oh, so fun.
My sister is. So it's just going to be a really great day. So that's what's on my mind.
I want pictures. Send me pictures.
Okay, I will. Emotionally, besides feeling excited, gosh, I think I'm in a similar place as you where I'm really content with a lot of things that are happening right now. And like I'm having fun exploring these new positive additions to my life, like the podcast and some other choices that we're making with our home and with traveling and our family and all of that. And so it's all feeling, I think connected is the word that keeps coming up. Like I'm feeling connected both to myself and to my dreams and to my spouse and to my kids.
Our life choices coming up here.
Yeah.
Maybe this is our midlife crisis. Is that what's happening?
And instead of getting a Ferrari, we started a podcast.
I don't mind that.
That's like the millennial thing.
It's like, you know what? Screw this. I'm not doing the daily grind. Let's do something that's fun.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's enjoy life.
So funny and true. Oh, but yeah, I'm feeling connected. I feel like the crisis was last year. And I decided to buy a house on a whim. And now I'm just feeling more grounded and connected and it's feeling good.
Yeah.
I'm also wondering if I'm like in some sort of like mania episode a little bit. Like, am I just ignoring the bad by overwhelming myself with the good? We'll find out in a couple of months. Stay tuned.
We'll see if we drop. Guys, everybody watch us. See if we go into a depressive episode.
Yeah, if we don't get past episode 10, check on us.
Like, are you guys okay?
Yeah.
There you go.
Physically, I am feeling sore. I am fatigued. I am not really jet lagged, but I feel like it.
You just got back. Yeah,
yesterday.
I've had recovery time. Yeah. You have not.
Like we got back 24 hours ago. Yeah. And so I was tired last night. Yeah. I'm still tired and bloated and my hips are not happy with me. So yeah.
Yeah.
I'm too old to walk miles and miles in parks.
How long were you in the park?
We did Universal the first day and we were there for like 10 hours. And then we did Disney the second day and we crashed it. We were there for maybe 12 hours, like 8 to 8.
Oh gosh.
And we crashed. We were going to stay longer and like we were both kind of limping and we're like,
yeah. Oh, I was walking peg-legged.
I think it's time that we go.
Yeah.
Well, and it was rainy and cold and my shoes were so squishy.
Oh my gosh.
So my feet didn't hurt because they were frozen.
That was good.
I didn't realize
that's a bonus.
How pain.
Oh my god.
How in pain my feet were because they were just so cold I couldn't feel them. So
how pain
how pain they were. Yeah. Socially, the Sunday before we left for our trip, my bestie came over with her boyfriend. He lives out of state, so we only see him a couple times a year. So she brought him over, and he is this massive gaming nerd, and he's wonderful, and he speaks like the same language as my oldest son. And so they sat and they played games, they played video games, and it was so fun to watch them connect. And then I already talked about how my sister is so much like my daughter. And so it was very connected.
Yeah.
It was a really great day. And I love those people who aren't family, but you've made family.
Yes.
And I love not only how they affect me, but now how I'm seeing how they affect my kids and let my kids feel seen and validated for who they are because these grownups are a lot like them. And
right.
it's wonderful. I love them.
I agree.
for my self-care, today I took a nap as part of my recovery, which I never do.
Wow.
And while I was at the park, I let myself buy a gift for myself.
Okay.
Normally, I'm like, I don't really like, I spend money on yummy food or going on the trip, but I let myself get a Hufflepuff mug to bring home with me because I really wanted it. So I let
love that.
myself.
I also bought myself a gift, and I did not buy souvenirs for anybody else.
Yes.
I just I got me a Mrs. Potts teapot and a chip so that I can
love
have
that.
tea at night while I read.
Yay, tea. That's so great.
It's gonna be fun.
And then, of course, last night I took a really long hot shower to just like it, not only just wash the plane off of you, but wash
Yes.
the whole trip. Like I would like to bear testimony of the power of the shower.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
There is something about getting in a hot shower and then like I don't know if you do the hot and then the cold before you get out.
Oh, I hate
It's
that.
supposed to be really good for your cells. And I don't do it often, but it can be really refreshing. But just the power of a shower to like regulate my whole system.
Yeah.
It's like the quickest thing.
Mhm.
And I sometimes forget that. Just
I know. I'm trying to remember that for first thing in the morning because it really does like,
yeah.
okay, we got this. We
Yeah.
got this.
It's
Let's
like
have a
both
shower.
invigorating and soothing at the same
Mhm.
time, you know?
Mhm. Yes. All right. Well, let's move on to processing. What are you thinking today? What's on your mind, my friend?
Yeah. I think it's so interesting and not even coincidental that you and I both went on trips with our kids like the same week.
The same week.
And not only that we did that, but it was a priority for us. And just this idea of traveling, even like I did one-on-one with my kiddo and you've done one-on-one with your kids before.
Yeah.
The idea of traveling with our kids and what that does and why, you know, more than just like a travelogue, just I wanted to kind of talk about. So with my oldest E, this all started out. Well, you gave me this idea of reading the Harry Potter books with your kids and then kind of as a reward going to Harry Potter World or the Wizarding World with them. And so when my oldest was 8, we bought the first illustrated Harry Potter book and we read it out loud together as a family in the evening. And my husband and I both have a history in the theater. And so he has this amazing Hagrid voice and we were doing all the character voices and it was very entertaining.
I would love to hear that. I want to see that someday.
It was so fun. And it started this tradition almost of us reading through the book. And then when the book was over, we would watch the movie. And my son we're now in the middle of Order of the Phoenix and he's 11. So in 3 years, we got through the books and we had talked about going to Wizarding World. And we have been counting down to it for 2.5 years now.
Wow.
When he turned 11, you know, getting his letter and going on this trip one-on-one with mom. And it was such a fun thing to plan and to look forward to. All connected through reading and fantasy and these stories, right? Which is just like so great. But then being there and just some of the things he said to me just like really hit my mom heart. And I just kind of wanted to talk about it.
Are you going to make me cry again?
Probably.
Already? Okay, let's do this. I'm crying all day today. All right.
So one thing he mentioned was we're going to the airport and so excited. And he said, hey, Mom, this is the first time you and I have been alone together since my sister was born, since he was 3.5 years old and he's now 11. And I was like, you're right. Like it was just me and you, you know? And he's like, now we don't have to deal with like a little sister or a little brother around. Like it's just us.
Just get to be together.
And it like you could see in his eyes like the value of that.
Yeah.
You know, and it really just reminded me like one-on-one time. I think we underestimate it, you know,
for sure.
of just how important it is and the kind of messages it gives to our littles when we like really designate time that's just for them.
Yes.
And I do that at bedtime, but you know, 10 to 30 minutes every night, well, I think is an investment. It doesn't feel the same to him as it did taking 3 days.
Right.
And doing something special, just us.
For sure. I feel like my individual trips. So our deal is Mom takes you to Disney, just me and you, when you turn 10 for your 10th birthday. They all know this. We're very excited. And then this trip was really special because it was just a random, my friend said, hey, we should do a Disney trip. I said, she's like, yeah, let's do it. Let's just go. And it was so much fun. Not just like the fact that I had a trip with just the two of them, because we've never done that either. But watching the two of them bond together, but they were rode every single ride together. If P went away from K for a second, K was like, "Excuse me, where are you going? We are riding." They slept in the same bed. They wanted to do all the same things,
bonding with each other.
Yeah, and it was so cute to watch that. But then also this like P geeking out over the Wizarding World and all of this. She was just I mean, a 13-year-old geeking out the way she was just like, it was the cutest thing.
Yes, he was the same way. Like we walked in and he was like, "Oh my gosh!" And
you feel like you're immersed in it,
it's
right?
so cool.
It's
and it's everything from the movies and from your imagination all put into one. And it's like,
it's sad to leave.
Yeah,
if you have to leave, it's like, really, do I have to go back to the real world?
But he like beeline to the butterbeer cart, and then we like went up straight like the hippogriff, and the flying adventure, and we went on those like 4 times each, and
I love that.
He got his wand and he got his owl, and it was just
they got their robes and they got a wand. They did all of it. I know, it was so much fun. So it was that bonding experience. But then also on top of that, because, and this may be slightly off topic, so we can cut it out if you want me to, but this friend that I've been friends with her for over 20 years. Wow. We've never done a trip like that together before.
Okay.
So P and K were over in their bed giggling, right?
And you and your friend were like,
we were
big
over there
teenagers.
giggling. Yes. At one point, Kay was like, "Guys, shut up. It's so loud. I want to go to sleep." And we were like, okay. And then a second later, we would just start giggling over the same thing. It would just pop into our minds again, and we were giggling again. And it was like, this is like just good for my kids to see good, healthy friendships, and they're forming a healthy friendship with each other, which was super fun. And I don't know. It was just take time to focus and just be with them, because you know what? It does go by really fast.
Yes.
It really does.
Yeah. And another thing that E said, as we were driving, so we got a rental car, and there was a horrible rainstorm the night that we flew in. And so I was driving through sheets of rain in a car I'm unfamiliar with, on roads I'm unfamiliar with, and my anxiety was through the roof. Yeah. This is a moment where my husband would have calmed me down and been able to talk me through it. And I'm sitting here with my son, and there's part of me that's like, "You're the grown-up, be responsible." But then there's other part of me good that's going, "You're struggling," and he can see it.
Yeah.
So I just acknowledged it, and I was like, "I'm really struggling. I'm a little bit scared, and I know I can take care of us, but I need a little bit of help." And he was like, "Okay, Mom, I got it. It's fine. I can be a grown up with you." And he took my phone, and he was telling me, the navigation of what to do. And I was just talking to myself out loud of like, "It's okay to slow down. I'm going to turn on my hazards." And he's like, "It's okay to go slow, Mom. We'll just get there." And he was like so comforting and sweet.
And what? You taught him that.
Yeah.
You taught him to be that.
Oh, I didn't think about that thing.
Yeah.
It was such a sweet moment, because I feel like I wasn't wearing my mom mask. I could just be myself in that moment, and he met me where I was at.
Right.
And even said like, if it kind of feels like I'm a grown up too. Like we're just 2 grown-ups, on this trip together. And I think that means he felt like trusted, Yeah. So that was a really special moment. And then another thing that he said was how nice it was to be able to do what he wanted. Mm-hmm. And I said, "What do you mean by that?" And he said, "It's just, we always have to do what my little brother wants to do, or we always have to do what my little sister wants to do, or I always have to take care of someone or take care of something or be responsible." And I'm not an oldest child. I'm a middle child.
Yeah.
And I guess I never really considered that the toll of it takes on the oldest child.
Not only that, he's the big brother too.
The big brother. It's like he's the protector. Yeah. He's all of the things, and he's the playmate, but he's also a role model. And I do say things like that of like, "Hey, can you help me? Hey, I really need your help." And I didn't realize how that's felt to him, that he doesn't always get to do what he wants, that he also has to kind of be another grown-up in that situation, and how nice it was for him to just be able to be with me and not have to compromise. That's the word. I feel like he feels like he has to compromise a lot. Little brother wants to get his dinner first every night. And because of little brother's
Temper tantrums.
needs.
Yes.
We just say, just let him do it.
Yeah.
It's not worth the fight. But
Right.
that's communicating to my older son that like his needs aren't as important. And I guess I didn't really fully realize that. And so it was really great to be able to say whatever you want. And because of that, we didn't ride some rides or eat some things that I was like maybe looking forward to. And instead, we just did what he wanted to do. And I think he loved that.
Yeah.
You know, and that was, there was such connection, him just being like, can we write it again? And I'm like, yes,
Yeah,
we
let's
can.
go.
Let's go as many times as you want.
Yeah.
You know, or like, hey, do you want to do this again? And he's like, no, I'm kind of done with it.
Okay.
You know, and I'm like, okay, cool, let's go.
What do you
And
want to do now? I love
It
that.
was, yeah, it was really special to be able to just be with him and see him and not have to cater to anybody else but him. And my hips. Sometimes he was like, let's go do this. And I'm like, I'm in pain.
I need
Can
to
we
wait
just
a
sit down
minute,
for a
please?"
minute? And he was like, all right.
Yeah. We
yeah.
definitely took a good hour and a half break in the middle of the day because I was
Uh-huh.
like, oh, everybody's overstimulated right now. Everybody's
Yes.
stimming. We cannot. Everybody's stimming. Not mom. Mom's not stimming. But I'm noticing everybody's stimming, and that's making me anxious.
Oh
so
my gosh.
we're going to go take a break.
Yes. That's so funny. That's
Yeah.
so funny.
It's good.
So that's my processing moment of just like the insights you can have when spending really individualized quality time with your child. It's really eye-opening. So if you haven't done that recently, this is your sign.
Take the time.
All right, Sasha, what is our affirmation of the day today?
Okay, so this one's a little bit different. It's not necessarily an affirmation, but it's something that I've really been trying to focus on a lot lately. So I'm just going to say the phrase, and I'm going to see how you respond to it, and you tell me what you think, okay?
Okay.
Let go of the guilt of the person you thought you should be.
Ooh, I'm feeling triggered.
I know.
Because that phrase acknowledges that I have guilt. It's not asking me if I have guilt. It's telling me you have guilt for that expectation of the should, the person I should be.
And if we
just to let go,
just the person part of it, and say let go of the guilt of the mom you thought you should be.
Yeah, the partner you thought you should be,
partner, the friend,
the
daughter, all of it. It's I feel like I was given an example of a mom that is great for neurotypical children or children who don't have mental health struggles or any sort of special need.
Okay.
That does not work for my family. And I've been trying to fit myself into that mold for 13 years and it doesn't work. And I have to let go of that.
Yeah.
And figure out, okay, what's going to work for us so that we can all be happy, healthy, hopeful, and whole.
Right. It's almost like your mom passed on a toolbox full of tools that don't work.
For
the kids
and
you
maybe
have.
that's just because it doesn't work
Or the
now.
mom that you are. Yeah.
Or the mom that I am, the person that I am,
Yeah.
my own struggles,
Mm-hmm.
So letting go of the guilt for what I thought I should be. And maybe a little bit of the guilt for taking so long to realize that that's not going to work for my family.
Yeah.
I think there's a little bit of that there too.
Yeah. The thing that's coming up for me as I'm listening to you talk is just, I think my main tender spot around guilt is choosing to go through a divorce and create a blended family. And I think that, I constantly have to remind myself that I can't judge past me on the information I have now. Because she was doing her best. And I truly believe that I made decisions that are going to set me and my family up for happiness and stability and all of that. But there's also a part of me that knows it came with a cost. And I need to let go of that because it's not helpful.
No. And there's a song. I can't remember the song that I've been listening to lately, but it's like, I can't remember the lyrics, but it's something about like how we'll miss what we've lost, but we'll love what we find.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. And it's like, I feel like that's kind of what you've created over here,
Yeah.
Like maybe that created a certain struggle, but you wouldn't have your children if it weren't for your first marriage, right? And your children wouldn't be who they are now if it weren't for the fact that you created a blended family.
Yeah.
And now look at your life. Like,
Yeah.
we're just we love what we find,
Even
if
if
it's a
we're
struggle.
grieving what we've lost, there
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
comes back to grief
All
again.
this grief. Okay, this episode's all about grief. Grieving loss of a pet or a relationship
Aw.
or
But can I say, I also really like how you didn't say get over the guilt. You said let go.
let go. Just let it go. Because
I
it's
love-
there. It's going to be
Yeah.
there.
It just feels like let go. Like
Mhm.
the thing that you're holding on to, you can control. Just open your hand, open your heart, just like let it go.
Yeah.
There's no reason to hold on to it because it's not helpful.
Let it go. Let it
Let
go.
it go. My favorite thing to tell my clients when we're talking about letting go, especially of people or expectations, is just, I wish you the best.
Yeah.
I wish you the best.
That's fine.
Like, I don't have to feel or say anything else other than
You're not my responsibility.
wish you the best.
Right.
Exactly.
Mhm.
That's my let it go phrase.
I love it. I like that. I wish you the best. I love it.
Wish you the best. For our education moment, I wanted to bring up the topic of attachment. This is something that we talk a lot about in the very first few sessions with our moms, our postpartum moms. But this is a lesson I think that goes well beyond infancy. And kind of my processing moment reflects some of this. So attachment theory, if you aren't aware, was created by John Bowlby, who's a psychiatrist and a psychoanalyst, and Mary Ainsworth. She's a developmental psychologist. They're the ones credited with formulating this attachment theory. So Ainsworth completed research kind of just around those basic concepts and topics relative to maternal responsiveness and sensitivity to infant distress. So essentially she would put babies and moms in rooms and separate them and watch how they responded to the separation and then how they responded when they were put back together. And she came up with this idea of this attachment that develops between a mother and a child. And this is essentially a sense of safety, a sense of trust, sense of connection. And as you grow up, this feeling of attachment can really inform and influence the kind of relationships you have, the kind of decisions you make. There's kind of some basic categories for attachment that she coined that are secure attachment, avoidant attachment, anxious attachment, and then later on, a fourth one, disorganized attachment, were identified and added to this theory. I feel like we talk about this more often now as like the way we deal with our adult relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, I have an anxious attachment style. That means when my partner doesn't read my text, I
Worry
I blow up
about
their phone and
yeah.
I worry that something's wrong with me and I internalize it. And, avoidant is like, oh, someone's needing me. I'm going to run away because I can't be needed. And
Right.
But really, it's just, it all comes back to this idea of how safe and secure and trusted is your relationship with your kids.
Mm-hmm.
So just some fun facts for you moms out there. So attachment is a reciprocal connection that develops between a child and its caregiver. It forms the infant's sense of trust and mistrust. It shapes how the child will relate to the world, how they will form relationships, and even how they learn. And ultimately, it teaches a child how to manage and regulate their stress. So in this, attachment is also that chance for regulation and co-regulation. Some of us think attachment means we have to respond to every single cue immediately.
This is my favorite statistic ever.
Yes,
Ever.
tell us.
All right, you ready?
And it's not because it's not true. What is the
No.
statistic?
Okay, if
Sasha?
we respond to every single cue every time, we're probably overwhelming them and we're probably going to be causing them an anxious attachment,
Yes,
right?
we are. It's not actually great.
No,
Yeah.
they're not learning how to self-regulate. And so the statistic is actually responding to their cues appropriately 50% of the time.
Yes.
I mean, let's think about that. If your partner was responding to every single cue that you gave to any type of emotion regulation, how would you feel?
Yeah.
Leave me alone.
Well, and I would never learn how to do it on my own.
Right.
And I would probably feel like I can't survive without you.
Exactly.
Right.
So there's the codependency that's coming up, right?
Yeah.
So it's so much better to but I love the 50% of the time because
Yes.
so many parents, I'm just going to say parents, are feeling like if I don't respond to everything appropriately immediately, then I'm screwing my kid up.
Right. And that's just absolutely not
No,
true.
absolutely not.
And I also think that we don't have to respond immediately with exactly the thing they need.
Right.
I think When my child cries out for something, I can say, baby, I hear you. My hands are busy. Give me a minute.
Oh, I
And
like
that is a response.
Yeah.
That is hey, I hear you and I will attend to your needs, but I need a moment. And that counts as responding to my child's need just as much as going and getting it right that moment.
Right.
Because the idea is that they feel heard and they feel validated, or they feel like they're being taken care of ultimately, right? The other thing that's like that myth, besides we have to do it every moment, is that once this attachment is formed in their infancy, that it stays that way.
Right.
It does not stay that way.
That's right.
This is something that can be strengthened and weakened. This is something that ebbs and flows with our various relationships. But the one specifically I kind of want to focus on is just that attachment with you and your child as they grow. So this was a big kind of subconscious, well, not subconscious, because I was thinking about it. It was a very conscious thought of this trip with E, was that I really wanted to strengthen my attachment with him as he goes into these preteen years and the teenage years, where he's going to naturally just be rude and be selfish. And, they go internal, they go social. They don't really care about their moms so much in this time. And I really wanted to strengthen our attachment to a place where he feels valued and important. And he knows that I'm here for him, even if he doesn't want me to be.
Right.
Or especially when he doesn't want me to be.
Yeah.
And so just like that reminder that if you feel like you haven't established a really strong attachment with your child, where they don't really feel safe with their feelings with you, or they don't really feel like they can trust you or open up and talk to you, you can work on it.
Yeah.
This is something that constantly can be strengthened and worked on. And so if you look at attachment activities, lists you'll find online, they are all based on connecting with your child in their developmental stage. So when it's with our infants, it's that eye-to-eye contact, it's skin to skin, it's playing peekaboo, it's making them giggle and laugh, it's babbling, it's singing songs, it's, bubbles and balloons and things that stimulate them and create positive connections. So what does that look like for an 11-year-old? Based on where he is at in his developmental stage. And with any child, really, it's connecting with them where they are at. Yes. So for him, I asked him all about his video games. Mm-hmm. Tell me the things that you are consumed with. I want to know and I care, right? Also talking to him about his friends. That social sphere is so important to him right now. Talking to him about the friends he loves, why he's chosen those friends, the friends that maybe he doesn't play with anymore and why. Yeah. Maybe talking to him about his maybe crushing moments because he's starting to notice girls a little bit more and be more interested in that. Indulging in his interests, whatever they might be. I don't care about Henry Danger.
No.
I could care less about that show and what's happening on it, but the fact that he watches it anytime he gets free time tells me it's comforting to him.
Right.
So asking him, like, what do you like about this? Wait, who's that character? Wait, what's going on?
Yeah.
Even laughing at the things they laugh at, even if you don't think they're funny. Honestly, I feel like laughter is an underrated way to connect with someone. If you can laugh together,
you know what?
It's amazing.
Even if you don't find what they're finding funny to yourself, it's funny that they find it funny.
Yes.
And so I can giggle at that, It's just exciting to see them light up and be,
yes, exactly.
Phase into anime. I've tried.
You're doing your best.
I can't.
Yeah.
But, we found other ways to bond through things. And what I found is that and I have a more neurodivergent household than you do. Right. Mm-hmm. And so with that, I can be like, hey, you want to hang out with me? And they're like, no, I don't want to hang out with you right now. Oh, but mom, now I want to hang out with you. Now that you're into your book and you're reading. Now I want to tell you.
Now that you're unavailable, I would like your attention.
So I'm trying to learn how to balance that with what are my needs? So when they don't want to be with me, then I'm going to take my time rather than, trying to do it that way. But I've noticed that they will come to me about their friends now, where I don't necessarily, if I ask them hey, how was your day? How are your friends? What are you guys talking about? They're like, why are you being so
why are you interrogating
weird? Me? Mom, go get snacks. Right?
Go talk to dad. You obviously need someone to talk to. Yes. Yeah. Something I started doing years ago, was just having that one-on-one time when I tuck my kids into bed. I don't ever send them off to bed by themselves. They always get ready, brush their teeth, and I'm like, tell me when you're ready. And I will come and I lay in their bed with them and I play with their hair and we read Harry Potter, or we talk about their day, or if something, big happened that day that I've noticed, like big feelings, we'll talk about those. And it's created a sense of safety so that some days my kids are like, nope, I'm good. You can just scratch my head and sing me a song and I'm going to bed. And other days they'll cry and say, it was a really hard day. And I'm like, I got you, babe. What's up? And it's just like, it creates a space of safety and trust. And I don't know, if you haven't thought about your relationship with your kiddos,
It's the way to go.
it's something to do.
And I love that you bring that up, because going back to the affirmation, right? Letting go of the guilt of the mom you thought you should be. That's always what I thought I should be. And I was trying to force that on my kids when that's not what they needed.
That didn't work for them.
It's not what they needed from me. And so it's okay for you to go, okay, yeah, let's do some comparison and be like, wow, Kristi, that's a great thing to do. And maybe that works for some kids, but then also not feel guilty if you realize like, wow. Because I think my perspective on that, my interpretation of the fact that they were like, I don't want to sit and talk to you right now. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Was that they don't like me. They don't care about me. They don't trust me. And so
Oh.
I would internalize it, right?
Mhm.
And then be like, okay, how do I fix it? How do I change that? How do I force this relationship on my kids? When really, when I just step back and been like, okay, well, let me know if you want to talk. They come to me now.
Yeah.
They come to me now. And like the other day I was getting ready to make dinner and P came up and she's like, hey, okay, I'm been thinking about this thing that she's been stressing about for a while. And she's like, I'm ready to talk about it now. And I was like, okay, we're ordering pizza.
I'm here for you.
What do you need? Yeah. And I just dropped it and let that go. Whereas, and I've noticed that it's been good for me to send my kids to bed
Yes.
by themselves rather than me going with them. But
Yeah.
but it's just different. But I always wanted to fit into that mold, right?
Yeah.
Of I'm going to tuck my kids into bed every night. I'm going to sing them songs every night. I'm going to read to them every night. Doesn't work for our family, and that's okay.
I love that perspective. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
That's important to notice of
Yeah.
what's the best way to connect with your kids, because it might not look like the cookie cutter.
And does it make me sad sometimes that I don't get to have that with them? Yeah, sometimes.
Well, let me be clear. I don't like doing this all the time. And there are definitely nights we don't.
But you're like, ugh, yeah, I'm not perfect. We don't do it all the time. And sometimes
my older kids, they're only here half the time, so I only do it half the time too.
I forget about that. So like I'm not,
And my younger one, his dad mostly does the bedtime routine, and then I just go in and sing him some lullabies and give him a kiss, and that's like
because that's what works for your family.
Because that's what works for him. Yeah, flexibility. All right, Sasha, you've got our lightning round. Give us a.
I do, and I feel like this is just like. This is just fitting in so perfectly. I don't know how we do this because we don't pre-plan it. We do not pre-plan this. We have our own thoughts for what we're going to talk about, and then it somehow seems to blend, and I love it.
Yeah.
So today I want to talk about, it's something I discovered probably 5 years ago. It was definitely during COVID.
Okay.
Because let's see. So I was pregnant with Jay during COVID. And so, and we were so terrified because nobody knew anything about pregnancy. I never left the house. And so the kids ended up being in an online charter school. Derek still went to work, but we just we never left. And we were getting antsy, it's just like cooped up.
Fever.
Yeah, cooped up in the house. We're just doing school stuff all the time. I'm working from home. It was wild. And so I found this thing probably on Pinterest because Pinterest was still a thing then.
Yep.
Not anymore. But it was called an experience chart. So this one mom was like, we're going to rotate every month. You get a date with mom and a date with dad, and we rotate the kids. Well, I have 4, right? Mm-hmm. So now we've done 1 month. One of them will get a date with mom. One of them will get a date with dad. One of them will get a date with both of us. Mm-hmm. And then one of them gets to pick a family activity. Now, this used to be monthly when we had more time because COVID.
Yes.
We don't have that time anymore. So now it more ends up being like, okay, you're the next in line for a date with mom. You're the next in line for a date with dad. Once we get through the whole thing, then we rotate again.
Okay.
So, but what it does is it creates that expectation that they know that we see our time with them as intentional and we want to spend time with them doing whatever they want. He one time asked to go to Hobby Lobby and get origami stuff and learn how to make origami too. Like that's all we did. We went and bought origami stuff and then we sat at the table and
I love that. New
learned to do
hobbies.
origami. Yeah, it was great. C and I tomorrow are going out to lunch.
Okay.
She just wants to go out to lunch with mom. And I'm like,
Okay.
okay, do you want to go home and watch a movie after? She's like, I don't know, maybe we'll see. It's just kinda,
that's all I can commit to.
Yeah.
Is lunch.
And family activities, one of them, it was so cute. They wanted to watch live action Little Mermaid,
Okay.
but they wanted like a themed lunch, but they wanted it to be restaurant style. So Derek and I were the chef and the waiter, and they were watching the movie.
What is it about playing restaurant that you never grow out of?
I don't even know. I can't remember who came up with that idea, but I was like,
I
and
love
very
it.
specific, live action Little Mermaid, and it has to be themed to Little Mermaid. All of the
Little
foods.
Mermaid food.
Oh yeah, we made
Yep.
hot dogs into octopuses and like little goldfish crackers as an appetizer. Like it was hilarious.
Adorable.
But I had to like take their order, and I was surprised at how bad I was as a waitress. I'm glad it's like
Not your calling.
That was terrible. Yeah. So yeah, but it's just the cute things that they come up with when you just say, "Hey, what do you want to do?" And let them come up with it. And so, yeah, we try and rotate through that every month. We want to get better. We would like to do it every month. It would be nice. But we also need, like, Derek needs his fishing time. We all know if Derek doesn't get his fishing time, he's cranky.
Yeah, he's a grumpy man.
He's the grump fish. And then I need my nights off and I need my time with my friends and all of that stuff. So it doesn't always happen every month, but we do like having this.
But it goes in order, and it's something they can expect, like you said, an expectations. Right?
Yeah, even if we can't get to it every month, maybe it's every other month at this point. But
it sounds like they're thinking about it too, like planning ahead of. Oh, I liked that. That's something I want to do with mom next time. It's not like
cute when they're like, because they think of different things to do with me than they do with Derek, and then to do with both of us together. It's really cute.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's really fun.
I bet there's some insight there of how they view you or your relationship, or
I think
how they want to show up with you too.
I think P wants to go see Nobody Judge Me. She wants to go see the new Scream movie this month.
Oh, does she like horror?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, she loves Ghostface specifically.
I see.
Yeah. Yeah. She's a little
no one's judging. No one's
take
judging.
my 13-year-old to go see a horror movie.
No, I love that. Setting expectations for when our kids can count on one-on-one time, whether that's a date, whether that's a bedtime, whether that's a vacation.
Right. Well, and it's fun to be spontaneous too. Like when, Coda, when we put Coda down and we were all like, hey, what does everybody need? I need this with you, Mom. Okay. What do you guys need? I need to play video games with Dad. Great. Let's go do those things. Just what do we all need right now? So spontaneity is very important too. But I like the plan so that they know that we view our relationships as intentional and we
value it.
Yeah. It's good.
Thank you for sharing that. I'm gonna steal that from you too.
Okay.
I feel like you have a lot of intentional mom things that you do that I have copied and learned from, and I appreciate having you as an example and a mom friend. I love you.
I love you too. Oh yes, I'm gonna cry more. Don't make me cry anymore.
I know.
Today.
I'm feeling teary-eyed
I
this episode. The things. Oh.
Like it.
Okay, friend. Well, we hope maybe you feel a little bit of inspiration or insight and maybe how to connect a little bit more with your loved ones, your family and your kiddos and whoever else is important to you. Oh, there's nothing quite like it, right?
Right. I agree. Thank you so much for joining us today, and thank you for showing up for yourself today.
Whether it's taking a hot shower or making new memories with your kiddos, we hope something good happens to you today.
See you next week.
Take care.